Um, Lord, I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, 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 ayy, ayy, yeah, 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 ayy, ayy, bitch. You already know I'm finna do my thing on this bitch right quick, you know what I'm saying?
And when we get to anything serious, we just gonna start with your top 5 dead or alive, bro. I guess I can guess like
You already know who's gonna be on my list.
I know one for sure.
Of course, number one, MJ. Of course,
MJ,
the
yes,
best.
sir.
That ain't nobody touching that nigga. Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody. Number two, I need a rapper, of course. Kendrick. Kendrick. That's safe. Yeah, of course. He ain't got no misses, so that's easy. Kendrick. Drake. I'll throw Drake on there. A lot of niggas, they like to try to hold Drake. I don't care. I'm gonna give him his props. Yeah, you could, man. I swear that nigga stayed on the radio. Stayed exactly. Where? 1, 2, 3. Kendrick, Drake, Prince.
Prince, MJ, Drake, and Ken, dog.
You need Prince up there.
It don't matter who else you put it. That's a list right there.
Whitney.
Damn.
Whitney.
You might have I ain't gonna lie. You might have the best list. This nigga said MJ, Kendrick, Drake, Prince, and Whitney.
Yeah.
God damn. Out of those 5, who do you think inspires you the most?
Of course, Michael. Of course. Yeah.
I hear it too, bro. Well,
Yeah.
now we done got to hear who you listen to, what you fuck with. Tell the people who is Inktown EJ.
Someone who wants to be the greatest in all aspects.
And I mean, obviously, there's a lot of different. There's so many different measures of greatness, but what is greatness to you? Like, how do you define someone as being great?
There's not one aspect of music that they can't touch and make it sound just as good as their main aspect. They're versatile. They can switch to any genre and still get as much hits as they would if they were rapping or singing.
Who you feel like is the most versatile in the game right now?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
X. Ain't nobody fucking with that nigga. Ain't nobody fucking with that. Him or Juice WRLD.
Yeah,
both of those niggas, very versatile.
You think Mike had bars though? You think
Michael?
MJ? You think he had
Yeah.
bars? You think he can fuck with?
For sure. But I don't even think I would have to say that because there's a couple of songs Michael Jackson had where he was rapping, but he didn't do that shit like he ain't do that shit like a Kendrick or a Drake. Of course, he wasn't doing that because he left it. He even had Biggie on a song. He had Heavy D on a song. So he fucked with rappers. He was heavy in the rap scene. He fucked with 50 Cent heavy. He was in the 50 Cent and The Game beef. He caught them niggas and told them to try to cut that shit out, but they wasn't doing that shit.
For sure. So, for people who haven't heard you yet, how would you describe your sound?
One, very versatile. For me to be an Inkster artist, I don't sound like the main Michigan sound. Everybody has that up-paced, hard kind of, very hard-hitting bass beats, and I don't do that. Mine is not saying I don't like that, because I ain't gonna lie, them boys they slap. But I want to bring a different sound. When people when they think of an Inkster rapper, of course they think of a Radio the Young OG or a Babyface E. So as soon as I turn on my music, they sit back in their chair. Wow, that's not you don't rap like that, and I actually sound good in that genre. So, yeah.
Okay. And so far, I mean. Wait, how long you been rapping? How long you been writing?
This year will make it 6 years. Yeah.
And then so far, I mean, what do you feel like has been? I guess what was the turning point for you where you was like, damn, I gotta take this serious?
Of course, the show, the audition.
Right. Okay. So you had a different path, but from your perspective, man, how was that? You know, what did you learn? Or I think you said part 1 was your first time ever performing, so kind of just...
Yeah, that was my first time performing rapping. I in 4th grade, I got a chance to do, of course, a Michael Jackson to dance to Billie Jean, and that was a talent show, and It wasn't even a talent show where you won anything. It was just a talent showcase.
Right.
Unless I knocked them out the water. I'm literally, as I was leaving the talent show, I had people following me, walking to my car, trying to get my autograph and shit, like I was Michael Jackson and shit. So that was really even though I wasn't making music then, I knew this is what I wanted to do, and I had to do that shit. Cause for them to get that reaction out of me, and I wasn't really performing. Like I said, that was my first time really performing on stage. Yeah, I was. Of course, I've been doing little dances here and there, but that was my first time dancing on stage. And I knew I had to. I'm gonna take this shit seriously. So that's why I always incorporate dancing into my moves.
Yeah. So I mean, walk me through the prep for your for the audition. Like, I mean, was you rehearsing, or like, how did your weeks leading up to part 1, and then how part 2? Like, how was your prep? Like, what did you do?
I'm gonna just keep it honest. I really didn't start practicing until around really when it started getting real close to the days. I was just making sure my song lineup was good and making sure I had what to wear, and it was everything. The small things was kind of bugging me out to try to because I got anxiety when it comes to anything. So I was just in my head about everything. What am I gonna wear? What am I gonna sing? Rap and stuff. So I didn't really start to actually get a chance to practice until the last couple of days, like the last week or so. So I started really figuring out what I wanted to rap and stuff, and I nailed on it. Like I put everything aside. I even stopped smoking for a little minute because I noticed when I was performing, I wouldn't be as at my peak as I would if I just stopped smoking. So I had to stop smoking for a minute. And
especially when you like to actually perform, and
yeah,
you like to move, and you also like to not perform with straight backtrack and actually rap.
Yeah,
it is hard to when you
and I was trying to get. If I would have probably practiced a little earlier, I would have nailed the breathing control. Because as you can see, when I was at the performance, I was getting more excited and hyped. I wasn't really getting my lyrics out, and I was just, wow, I'm here. I could. So I was so excited. I couldn't calm myself down. And even with the second song, I was a little more chill, but I was still like, damn, I need them to feel me. But
you got to move it up and down, bro.
Yeah.
So how was part 1? Talk to me about the energy at part 1 of audition in the crowd and shit.
Of course, the energy was just very high for every artist. Like everybody stuck out to me, like especially San Quasi, Fetty Fuego, Sean Boy. Like not because he my cousin, but it's these people are really talented, and it made me sit back and think. I know I'm talented, but it's once you're going against other talented individuals, you start to worry and get nervous because it's who's gonna be chosen, and I know it's a competition, so I could be excluded. So I was really
like, oh damn, like I could. We not think about losing, but it's like, damn, y'all niggas trying to win too.
Exactly. They want the same thing. They're here for the same reason I am. So that's what was going through my head, and I was just making sure because I'm so glad, so thankful that I wasn't going first. Because if I was going first, I wouldn't have been able to catch notes and see what they were doing wrong, so I can acquire that to my routine. Because I was after everybody went, I was hearing the judges, you could have did this better, you could have did that better. When else, oh yeah, go ahead, tell them. And I'm sitting right here. I've got the first row seat to everybody, so I took that really into account because I knew if I didn't, then I would be just one of them. So, yeah. But of course, nerves was high. My hands were shaking. I was literally taking deep breaths all up until I had got called. And once I did get called, once coming to the stage, oh Lord, every time, even now, even when I perform now, people ask me, oh, how does it feel? I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous.
Niggas never can tell, especially from you. You be singing like the most confident.
Yeah, that's why people say, like, how do you feel? I'm very nervous. Very. That's why I don't show it.
And good at what I do.
Exactly. And that's why I did when I got up there. I let that beat ride for a little minute. I let it. Then I got up and I got the moving and stuff because I'm here for a reason. I had to show it.
Nah, bro. Part 2, that was where I feel like you really showed your ass. You really came in. Like, I mean, you had more space to move. We outside. Talk to me about part 2, bro. Like how you feel like you did, and like I guess did that day change anything for you? Or just kind of walk me through part 2.
Yeah, part 2 actually, just like how I said with part 1, I actually got a chance to practice and really nail what I wanted to get down on. Which would after critiquing from part 1, I was really take into account what the judges were saying, because of course they was giving everybody feedback, and I didn't want to just take it for that day. I want to take it for whenever else I'm gonna perform, even if I'm not in the competition. Maybe when I get to the Grammys or whatnot, I'm still going, okay, what did they say? How can I? So that's what I did, and we had 2-3 weeks or something. So I was making sure, because I knew I was gonna be dancing to move around, but I needed something to catch their attention. Like, I didn't want to just be moving. I needed something, just like how Michael Jackson moonwalk. I needed something that was going, damn, you know what I'm saying, from a rapper. So I started watching Michael Jackson touring videos, started watching Bobby Brown on tour. Not even just the Don't Be Cruel, but like him in Japan and shit. And I was trying to copy the moves that he was doing and shit. So, and I was not even just American artists. There's this K-pop band called BTS. I was watching them little niggas dance and shit. So. And they some badass dancers. So I was trying to copy the moves that they was doing and whatnot. And I seen a couple of moves that I liked. And as I got to the show and as I got closer to performing, I just started, putting the moves together. And the specific move that came from a TikTok, that came from an Instagram dude. His name MK Slat, and he was like a Instagram comedian, and he always used to be doing that move in his videos. So I used to, let me take that and throw it in my song right quick, and it worked. It worked to my favor.
You went and sat, and the crowd got up, danced, and then by the second time you performed, it was darker, and we got that dope ass picture of you in front of fire.
I still got that picture.
I mean, that was just a day of great ass content, just good vibes. But you came out on top, bro. You really held your own. You were the youngest in the competition. How did it feel to not only win it but come out as like the youngest, to do it?
Lord, I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but I knew it was gonna happen, kind of, because I come from a musical background. Like, both sides of my family are very musical oriented. Like, my dad plays the drums, and all his siblings plays any type of instrument. And on my other side, my uncle is he's in the Funketeers group. It's a music group and a dancing group in Inktown, and they real big. They done been all over the world and shit. And one of my other uncles, his brother is Wenzel Kelly. This brother done been all over, up and down Detroit with every big name artist and whoever you could think of. And so I guess it was in me, and I tapped into it, and it worked. It worked.
Man, so far, bro, a lot of people have been asking why PMG, but obviously you came through a different way, but still, you wanted to audition. So why PMG for you? What made you want to, see what we had going on?
Cause it's up and coming, just like me. So I know everything that the up and coming struggles or the underground struggles I could relate to. All the we ain't got no Tony Stark money. We ain't no billionaires, but we still make greatness out that shit. We don't need that shit. Obviously, we doing interviews right now. We got artists on the label. Niggas ain't doing that shit with billions in their bank, and they still not producing the shit we got. So I understand that, and I feel like I would do better with people who know the struggle, and of course my community, rather than being with somebody who don't know the struggle. And nigga ain't never been from the hood. He don't know nobody from the hood, but he think just because he listen to rap music, he know us. So that's why I feel like I fuck with PMG.
Yes, bro. And so far since you done came on, what's been your favorite PMG moment so far?
Favorite. The last show we just had. Which one? The one, not the audition show, but the one after that.
Oh, the launch party.
Yeah.
That was smooth.
That was
on a cool little Wednesday when we still turned up. Yeah, we had some good content from that.
Yeah, I like watching everybody perform and stuff. Yeah, everybody seemed like they had a good time, and I did. So
we gotta do some shit again for sure. But as we wrap up, one thing I do want to ask, with you being from Inkster, how do you feel like the Inkster culture? What's the difference between Inkster culture and Detroit culture, in your opinion?
I wouldn't say there's much of a difference. Probably just the distance, if anything.
I feel that. That's why I asked, because it seemed like it's pretty similar. We
very
some
similar.
Hustlers, it just seems like it's big hustle culture.
Yeah.
My second to last question for you: if you had to listen to an album every day for the rest of your life, what album would you choose?
Purple Rain. Purple Rain. Yeah, I could listen to that shit front and back. I love Purple Rain.
My nigga, bro. All Alright, so what's next, bro? What's next for Inktown? What you want the people to look out for?
I got a lot of singles lined up for 2026. A lot of singles lined up. I got a video that I want to start shooting for Checkers, of course, because I know people wondering where the hell that's at. So, yeah, I'm going to get Checkers, of course, you know, I'm going on. So I'm even trying to see if I can get a sponsor from Checkers. You feel me?
Man, no. Man, that's my shit. I help you out, because, I eat that. I mean, you see.
Bro, I love, dead ass, bro.
I eat that shit every day.
Like, bro, I love Checkers, bro. On God, I love it, bro. I swear to God. So, yeah, that's, and of course, just doing more shows, you know, getting my face out there, getting all around Michigan, letting them know who Inktown EJ is, and we not just in Inktown, we all around, baby. So, yeah.
Bro, we ready to get back to work. What you want to leave the people with before we sign off?
Shit, open your eyes to what the fuck is going on in the world right now. Please don't be blind. Y'all see this shit is fucking up the world. People are dying. It's a lot of shit going on that y'all feel like y'all can't control, but y'all very much can. Open your eyes, share it. If y'all can share a goddamn video, do anything. Just see what's going on and recognize that shit. It's a lot of shit going on. It's gonna continue going on if we don't recognize the shit that's going on. So open your eyes, man.